Chandelle Summer joins us now live. Chandelle, you've been along this ride with us from the very beginning, reading through the ruling. Judge McAfee basically scolds Willis. I mean, he called it a lapse in her judgment. So we're real curious. What is your reaction to the judge's decision?
Good afternoon, Lauren and Carolyn. I think that the judge wanted to make sure that everybody understood that he was not sympathetic to Fani Willis. He thinks she's had a tremendous lapse in judgment. He called her behavior inappropriate, but he also suggested that other avenues could be available for fleshing out whether or not she lied, whether or not this was inappropriate ethical conduct, and suggested all these other agencies that are investigating her may be the ones that develop that evidence.
Chandelle, I'm just curious because prior to this ruling being handed down this morning, there was a lot of talk about conflict of interest. Not just conflict of interest, though, but appearance of conflict of interest. With this ruling, in and of itself, doesn't that suggest that there was at least an appearance of a conflict of interest, considering that this is a condition? So DA Fani Willis can stay on the case, but only if Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade is gone. Doesn't that suggest that then there was an appearance of a conflict of interest?
Well, there's an appearance of impropriety, which is a little bit different than a conflict of interest. He found there was no conflict of interest because the defense was not able to show that she personally benefited from the prosecution. So in order for a prosecutor to be disqualified, there has to be an actual conflict of interest. There can also be a disqualification based upon the appearance of impropriety, which he found there was. And the difference is an actual conflict of interest requires disqualification, whereas an appearance of impropriety can be cured. It can be fixed. And that's what he's attempting to do here, is to fix the appearance of impropriety by requiring that either Nathan Wade withdraw or that Fani Willis recuse her or disqualify her office.
Okay.
It's an important distinction for sure.
Well, if this turns out to be that Wade steps down, he's removed, is this something where a new special prosecutor has to be appointed? What does that process look like for the district attorney's team?
If Nathan Wade withdraws, there won't be any change in the lineup. If Fani Willis recuses herself, which I think is a very remote possibility, then it would be transferred to the Prosecuting Attorneys Council of Georgia, and they would appoint a prosecutor to carry on the prosecution, which would basically result in this case being deep sixed, because they haven't even appointed a prosecutor on the last case that Fani Willis was disqualified on, which was Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones in connection with the Trump indictments.
Quick follow-up here, 15 seconds, but when you say no change in the lineup, does that mean that replacing Nathan Wade would be something that's quick?
Well, replacing Nathan Wade may not happen at all, but Fani Willis would still be on the case, and her office would still be on the case. And there's two other special prosecutors on the case. So it might have been overkill to have him as well. But I don't think that you'll see any change in the major players.
Especially considering his background, his experience level is not
a lot of discussion like around his experience. Criminal defense attorney Chandelle Summer, thank you so much as always for joining us, sharing your insight. We appreciate it.